That's how we communicate the value, because people don't know what they don't know.
And it's the phrase, so you can. So here's the feature, so you can benefit. We forget how little the person knows of what we do and how the whole thing works.
We have to do a better job of communicating that value if we want to improve, touch more lives, to be able to change more lives, right?
In this episode, I'm here with Hye Jin Kalgoankar, owner of The Hot Room, which now has 6 thriving locations. And we wanted to actually bring you into GSDCon, where every GSDCon we do 2 to 3 talks called One Major Move, where we actually get one of our very successful, fast-growing gym owners in our mastermind to go up and share, out of all the things they've done recently, what has been the thing that they believe has contributed most to their recent success. And in this episode, Hye Jin is actually going to be talking about how to focus on features in your business versus the benefits. And it's a fireside chat that I have with Hye Jin, and she's going to be diving into a bunch of stuff about how she gets her team to buy in, how she does training with her team, the meeting cadence to make sure everyone's on the same page, and really honing in on the elevator pitch of the studio and how to focus on really what's important to the member or the prospect to get them to really want to buy. So enjoy this fireside chat with Hye Jin Kalgoankar from a talk at GSDCon.
So we talked a little bit earlier, and one of the major move that you wanted to talk about was really identifying the difference between features and benefits. Like, what is it that we do, but what is it that we really do? Like, why we do that. So when we talk about that, here's what we do, but here's what we really do. What does that mean to you, so that everybody understands how you're thinking about it?
Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind is actually my dad. And I tell this story to my team all the time. He loves Italian food.
I don't blame him, by the way.
But his favorite Italian restaurant is Olive Garden.
That's not good.
No, I know. And I've tried to take him to like authentic Italian in Indianapolis. They make the pasta, but no, he's sold on Olive Garden as the best Italian food. And it goes, I make this point all the time, that how we communicate what we do is actually more important than what we actually do. So Olive Garden has done a tremendous job, in my father's eyes, of establishing a brand where they are the best Italian restaurant in the United States. And then Mama Carolla's, the small little Italian restaurant in Indianapolis, they don't do anything. You know, he knows nothing about them, right? And so it goes back to our brands. How are we effectively, clearly communicating what we do? And what I hear a lot, and I fell into this trap too, is we are constantly talking about the features, like what we do. So for example, we do original hot yoga. It's 26 poses, 2 breathing exercise, 105-degree heat, 40% humidity, la, 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 la. It's all about what we do, right? Versus the benefits, or talking to the problems, why people should be doing the practice in the first place. So the difference would be, that first example. And then another way to talk about it is Mike Original Hot Yoga is honestly the most therapeutic, effective hot yoga method in the world. It'll heal your pain, chronic injuries. You'll gain flexibility, mental strength, and it's an awesome place to start for beginners. It's totally different than it's 26 poses, 2 breathing exercises, no, right? And I feel like it's important as leaders to take the time to build the messaging and that brand messaging that you can share with your team, so that they are sharing to the clients and to the community, not what we do, but it's like how we can help you. This is what we can do for you. We should always be talking about problems.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's actually a way to transition that, and it's the phrase, so you can. So here's the feature, so you can benefit. Like if somebody goes to Home Depot to buy a drill, do they need a drill? Is that why they went? Because they need a drill? What do they need? They need a hole. Here's a drill, so you can have a hole, right? So here are these poses that we do, so you can benefit. Here's here's how we heat up the room so you can benefit, right?
Absolutely.
So what are some examples of features so you can benefit? Like, I know you kind of touched on it a little bit, but what are some like examples of that with some of the things that you do at the hot room?
Mm-hmm. So a lot of the conversations around why the heat, right? Why hot yoga? And so to be able to talk to a lot of people come in because they are not flexible enough, right? And so the heat is exactly what you want. The heat is there to help you be able to move with more ease. So don't be afraid of it, because the heat is there and it's meant for beginners and stiff people like you and me.
That's good.
Yeah.
How'd you know I'm stiff?
I'm not talking about you.
You can see it. I can't do this with my right leg. Does anybody else have the problem where they can only cross one leg?
We don't have that leg.
Okay,
Yeah.
is that a guy thing? Is that an old guy thing? I got this. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that makes sense. So the reason we heat the rooms all to what temperature?
105 degrees.
105 degrees. The reason we heat them to 105 degrees is so that a beginner like yourself that wants to increase flexibility, doesn't have it, is safer in doing so. Plus, you're going to be able to notice much more benefit because the heat actually makes your muscles more flexible, more relaxed. You'll be able to achieve these goals a lot faster over time.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
How many of you guys heard that? Yeah. Feature so you can benefit. Okay. One of the things that I've always admired about you, we said it with your team, is the way you get your team to rally behind you. I mean, even as I didn't even say your name yet. I was like, is the next person ready? Then I hear, woo, over here. So they couldn't even wait. So they rallied behind you. What are some of the things like let's say you're going to have this meeting and I'm in the meeting with, everyone at the table that needs to hear this. How does the meeting go down where you're bringing awareness to us, how we need to focus more on the benefits and not just the feature? So I want you to really imagine I'm in the meeting right now and you just made the realization that we're not focusing on the benefits enough. We're focusing too much on features, and you want me and everyone else on your team to really get behind this. How do you have that?
I think it goes back to why are we here in the first place, right? And the overarching answer is we want to help more people, right? And so everything that we're doing, everything that we're teaching and coaching you is to support that mission of helping more people, to build a bigger community, right, through this practice. So inviting them into the process and being really transparent of hey, here's the situation. Our retention for first visits sucks. It's not good, right? And they don't understand. It's not because they hated the workout. We rarely hear that. That was awful. I'm never going to do that again. It's more we just didn't do a good enough job of connecting the value and what they're looking for with our service, right? So, from asking those inquiry questions or using the client intake form and then sharing that information with, okay, this is what you're looking for. We can help you with that. Then we share it with the teacher, right? And then the teacher weaves it into, these are the poses that we are doing for your flexibility. Or if you're an athlete and you're suffering from knee injuries, this is the pose for you. They weave it into the class, right? And then after the class, hey, can you see how this could help you with your knee injury or your flexibility or whatnot, right? We have to make that connection. That's how we communicate the value, because people don't know what they don't know. And we have to do a better job of communicating that value if we want to improve, to be able to touch more lives, to be able to change more lives, right? They need to keep coming back for more.
I think a lot of times we're so into what we do, we forget how little the person knows of what we do and how the whole thing works. Like the heat muscles thing, I think anyone can grasp that because you warm up first. That allows you to reduce, you're less likely to get injured if you warm up, right?
Yeah, but the fact is, though, most people, what they say is, I need to get flexible first before I come in.
Yeah, well, we hear the same thing. I need to make money before I can hire a loud roomer.
Right, exactly. And then that's like saying you're too dirty to take a bath. So they just don't understand, and that's our job. We have to clearly communicate why we're doing and how we can help you.
Yeah, 100%. So when we're having conversations like this with our teams, guys, this is what she's saying is really great. Bringing it back to, hey, here's why we're doing this. We're all on board with, we want to help more people, but reframing I think we're forgetting that they don't really know all these things. So we just got to help them along, making sure that they understand how these things help them get to where they want to go. Because if you listen to how she pitched that, I don't know if you guys caught it, the 4 levels of certainty were all hit. When she was breaking down, like, so you can be more flexible, she broke down, okay, here's the product. This helps because of this. Then she kept saying, we, right? Okay, get sold the company. And then she went on to her, because I want to help you. Okay, so now it's like, because she believes in me. And then she said, because I want to get you more flexible. In the sense, she's painting the picture. And so all these things are kind of being touched on. Now, that was a 18-second role play, that nutshelled, right, everything. But I would imagine you spend probably how much, 5, 10, 15 minutes with someone talking in an intake process, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 18 seconds condensed. But that's really what it is. You're going, okay, these 4 levels of certainty, how do I get these things tackled? Now with your team, and they're obviously supporting you and making sure that they're doing this as well, what kind of training do you do with them now going forward in order to make sure that they understand it now, they understand conceptually, we're looking to help people, and being able to pitch this will help them. But at the end of the day, like, just because I understand it doesn't mean I'm ready to go do it right now. So how do we get them trained in order to make sure that they and their people can do it?
Lots of role play. Yeah.
You role play quite a bit?
I love role play.
You guys role play a lot?
I love role play.
How often do you role play?
I mean, we have weekly meetings on Mondays, and then Wednesdays are sales focused meetings, and then Fridays we touch base again with the management and the leadership team. And a lot of those conversations, we use that time with, well, what's coming up? What are the things that you're getting stuck on? What are the pain points? What are the challenging conversations that you're having? And let's talk through that, right? And let's role play that. So, and then the leadership team is also encouraged to do the same thing with their, regular meetings that they have with their teams.
And how often are those?
Most of them do at least once a month with their all, like
an all-team meeting. Mm-hmm. And then what about like studio manager to front desk?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that one. So that's once a month for about how long? An hour. And then do you guys go end-to-end sales process, or do you just take like a certain theme for that day? Like, we're going to go work on objections, we're going to work on booking.
Yeah, we try to keep it really simple with a specific focus. And each studio kind of has probably their pain point, right?
Okay. Yeah. And do you guys ever do on-spot role play as well, like randomly in the studio? For managers, how often would you say that comes up? Every day. Yes, good. That's the right answer. Every opportunity is an opportunity to train. So if Hye Jin's working at my studio and I see that she, just had a conversation with somebody, if it was great and there was nothing I would fix, hey, that was great. There's nothing I would fix. Mm-hmm. If it was great, but there was one thing I could see better, hey, remember Matt Gafor's? He says it a lot. I wish. Hey, I really like what you did here. I really wish, though, if you could have done this. You think we can get that on the next one? Yeah, awesome. Let's practice it right now real quick. Mm-hmm. And that's an on-the-spot role play. Perfect. Go. Now they're confident and ready to go.
Yeah.
So big takeaway for you is focusing, the big one major move is focusing on the benefits, not just the features. We could talk about the features, but only if it's with a so you can _benefit, right?
Totally. And I would encourage you to look at, if someone were to ask you what is Rockbox, or what is the hot room, or what is it, just casually in the elevator, mm-hmm. They're like, oh, what's right. The rumor, right? Please, think about that, how you would respond, or how your teams would respond. And are they responding in a way of, this is what we do, or are they responding in a way of, this is how we help people? Okay, and so just think about that. And then I would say, the service, the example that I had, if you have a service that you're offering or a class modality, how are you explaining if they were to say, oh, Hye Jin, I just want to know, what's original hot yoga? Are they saying it feature, or are they saying it in the way that I shared benefit? I want to help you.
All right, so here's what we're going to do then. We're going to have a 5-minute break. On that break, I want you to pair up with one person, and I want you to do that. What do you do? I want to hear what you do, but tell it like you're telling it to a prospect that's considering buying a membership with you, okay? And then hear if you hear more feature, or do you hear benefit?
Can can I say one more thing? You know, when I first started the hot room and I started networking and going to different meetings, and that's that you stand up and you introduce yourself and what do you do, right? And I would say, you know, we do hot yoga and we're located on 96th Street in Keystone, and, you know, like just again, what we do. And then when I spent a good amount of time about how do I want to, again, how we communicate what we do is more important than what we do. So how do I want to communicate it? It switched from like, this is what we do and this is where we're located to, hi, my name is Hye Jin Kalgoankar. At the hot room, we believe that life is too short to be stressed and out of shape and uninspired. So we've curated really powerful hot yoga and heated fitness that'll change your life. We love beginners. Come on in. You know, like, and that's how, and what I noticed is that, like, when I go to these networking things, I'm a dramatic difference. They were like it was like a mic drop. They were like, whoa. And then they were like, I want to learn more. Because everyone can feel like stressed, out of shape, and I'm like just stuck and uninspired, you know, and they want to talk. Versus I'm a hot yoga, hot fitness, heated fitness studio located on 96 in Keystone.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that's really good. So being able to really help them say how. If you can get them to be like, wait, tell me more.
Yeah.
How? That's really great. Like at Loudroomer, one of the things that we like saying is, you know, hey, Loudroomer last year, we helped the average studio in our program grow by 89% in 1 year, just last year alone. How? Okay, thank you for asking. Now we can talk, right? And we can break that down. But so that's a really great way to start it. And then after that, then you go into feature benefit, same thing. So awesome. I appreciate it. Hey, Jin, everybody, thank you.